Good morning, students. When you go to the market, you can see the fruit and vegetable vendor with weighing scale. If you will ask him oranges of 5 kg, then what he will do? He will put 5 kgs of oranges on one side and 5 kg weight on another side. If the oranges are heavier than or 5 kg, then he starts to removing oranges from one side and he will continue to do so till both sides of scale are balanced. If both sides of the scale are balanced, then we can say that weight of cloudberries means oranges is equal to 5 kg. Mathematically, we can represent it as weight of cloudberries is equal to 5 kg. Here, we have replaced is equal to by equality sign. If we want to represent the cloudberries in linear form, then we can replace it by variables. So, then we can say it as an equation. Students, now the question arises that what is an equation? See, a statement which says that the two expressions are equal is called an equation. Here you can see 4x minus 7 is equal to 5, which contains 3 terms, and the expressions 4x minus 7 and 5 are separated by equality sign. Now, we'll study linear equation. Before we go to linear equation, first we will recall linear expressions. A linear expression is an expression whose highest power of the variable is 1 only. Here you can see examples 2x plus 5 and 3y. In first example, the variable is x and whose power is what? 1. In second example, the power of variable y is 1. Students, I have taken here two examples of non-linear equations, means the expressions like x square plus 1, z square plus 2z plus 3 are not the linear expressions as their highest power of the variable is greater than 1. This type of expressions are called as a quadratic expressions. Okay, next, linear equation. The equation of a straight line is the linear equation. It could be in one variable or two variables. Students, the linear equation may be divided in two parts. The RHS means right hand side and the LHS left hand side. Both the sides of a linear equation are always equal. Now you can see the example 2x minus 3 is equal to 7. Here the variable is x and which is separated by an equality sign. So we can say 2x minus 3 is LHS and 7 is RHS. Students, here I have taken two pictures. In first one you can see that for some values the sum of 3 apples is equal to 30. Here I have taken only one fruit, means it is in one variable. If you represent the apple by one variable, then you will get linear equation in one variable. Students, in next pic we can see that the sum of two different fruits is equal to 18, means for some values of apple and for some values of banana, if you will take the sum of those two, you will get 18, means two different types of fruits can represent two different types of variables. So it is an example of linear equation in two variables. But in 8th standard, we will see linear equation in one variable. So first we have to learn that what is mean by linear equation in one variable. Already we have learned what is linear equation, means the power of the variable will be only 1, and in one variable means only single variable in one equation. See, any equation that can be written in the form of ax plus b is equal to c, where a, b and c are real numbers, is referred to as a linear equation in one variable. Here I have taken three examples: 5x plus 26, 7 by minus 31 is equal to 4, and 5 by 8t is equal to 30. In these three examples, there is only one variable in each. In first x, in second y, and in third t. Three variables are taken. Now, students, as we've seen, every linear equation in one variable is having one variable, means it has some values. So, now we will see solving equations which have linear expression on one side and numbers on the other side. To solve these type of linear equations, we will use inverse operations or transposition method. First, we will see what is inverse operations. Now, in first one, I have taken one example, x plus 3, which is equal to 10. Here, 3 is in left hand side. So, what we have to do? We have to subtract 3 from both sides. Why we have to subtract? Because addition and subtractions are inverse operations. See second example, y minus 10 is equal to 45. What do you do? Yes, you are right. What we can do? We can add 10 to both sides. Yes. Okay, now next, if the question is in the form of 5z is equal to 10, then we have to divide both sides by 5 to find the value of the variable z. If the question is in the form of p by 9 is equal to 30, what do you do? Yeah, you are right. We can multiply both sides by 9 to find the value of p. So, we can say that multiplication and division are inverse operations. So, students, we can use inverse operations to solve equations. Now, we'll see transposition method. Sometimes the two sides of an equation contain both variables and constants. In such cases, first simplify two sides in their simplest forms and then transpose terms containing variables on RHS and constant terms on LHS. By transposing a term from one side to another side, we mean changing its sign and carrying it to the other side. In transposition, the plus sign of the term changes into minus sign on the other side and vice versa. Students, here I have taken one example, 2x minus 5 is equal to 7. So here by using inverse operations, we can find the value of this equation. See, as there is a minus 5 in LHS, so we have to use inverse operation, means subtraction and addition are inverse operations. So we can add 5 to both sides, means you will get 2x minus 5 plus 5 is equal to 7 plus 5. Students, can you say why I have added here 5 to both sides? Yes, because the equation is already balanced, so we should not disturb the balanced equation. Then we have to add 5 to both sides. See, in LHS there is 2x minus 5 plus 5. We can say minus 5 and plus 5 will be 0. So 2x is equal to 12. And next step, what we can do? We can divide both sides by 2 because the variable x is having a coefficient 2 in LHS. When you divide both sides by 2, you will get 2x by 2 is equal to 12 by 2. When 2x is divided by 2, then 2 from numerator and 2 from denominator get cancelled and 12 by 2 is equal to 6. So that is what the required solution. So we can say that for some value of x, the expression the given equation 2x minus 5 is equal to 7. So the required solution is 6. Now students, the same example we can use transposition method and we can find the value of x. Here see, I have shown arrow means I am shifting the minus 5 to RHS. When we transpose minus 5 to the right hand side, negative will become positive, as we know addition and subtraction are inverse operations. Then we will get 2x is equal to 7 plus 5. So 2x is equal to 12. Now x is the variable in this solution, in this problem. So we need to find the value of x. Then the coefficient of x is 2. That one also we have to transpose to RHS. When you shift 2 to RHS, it will comes in division. So x is equal to 12 by 2 means x is equal to 6. Students, I have taken few examples as homework for you. In exercise 2.1, all the examples are given as the variable in one side and the constants on another side. To solve these 12 examples, you can use inverse operations or transposition method. So students, try to solve these examples, and if you have any doubts, you can listen the lesson once again. So thank you students. Stay at home, be safe.